Good morning. Good morning. We are live. Your sister Ken is here. It's Tuesday morning, February 15th. I hope you guys all had a wonderful Valentine's for those who celebrated. Okay, let's get to the magic. Enjoy the music. Hey, hey, hey. Anything they say about me, please believe it, believe it, believe it, believe it, believe it. Anything they say about me, please believe it. Okay. You know you have to get yourself ready for something like this. When we have to read the magic, we gotta get ourselves ready because like I know, that somebody is going to say something about you that doesn't make sense. But do you really care? Believe it. Why? Because it doesn't matter. Well, we are on day number 15, reading and meditation on the magic, and our topic today is very interesting: magically heal your relationships. I also like to encourage those who've not been following through with this. Please don't watch it one day. Follow from day one. This is a game changer. It will change your life. It has changed my life. It has changed the lives of so many others. Why not you? It is so worth it. Those who don't like reading, at least I've given that opportunity to you. I'm doing the reading. So all you have to do is just practice. Practice it. Put it into practice. It works. It works like there is no tomorrow. So we are going to get right on it. Day number 15. They say if you have a difficult or broken relationship, are suffering from a broken heart, or hold any resentment or blame towards another person for anything, you can change it through gratitude. Did you ever know that? Gratitude will magically improve any difficult relationship, whether that person is a husband or wife, a brother or sister, a son or a daughter, a boss, a business client, a work colleague, a mother or a father-in-law, a parent, a friend, or even a neighbor. Gratitude improves it. When we are faced with a difficult relationship or in a challenging situation in a relationship, in almost all cases, we are not in the least bit grateful for the other person. Instead, we're busy blaming the other person for the problems we have with them. And that means we don't have a sheer inch of gratitude. Blame is never going to make a relationship better. And it's never going to make your life better. In fact, the more you blame, the worse the relationship gets and the worse life gets for you. No, that is, I think I'm going to repeat that part because it is the truth. It says, in fact, the more you blame, the worse the relationship gets and the worse your life gets. Why? Because blame is never going to make a relationship better. And it's never going to make your life better. So stop blaming. Start being grateful. Whether it's a current relationship or a past relationship, if you harbor bad feelings towards another person, practicing gratitude will eliminate those feelings. Why would you want to remove your bad feelings about another person? The author gives a reason why. Holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. Do you get it? You have the hot coal, you have the intention to throw it at someone else, yet you're the one who is burning inside. Why do you want to go through that? This is a statement by Buddha, Gautama Buddha. The bad feelings about another person burn your life, but gratitude will eliminate them. For example, if you have an ex-partner who is connected to you through your children and the relationship isn't good, look at your children's faces and realize that they won't be alive if it wasn't for your ex-partner. Your children's lives are one of the most precious gifts you have. Look at your children and give thanks to your ex-partner for their lives every single day. As well as bringing peace and harmony to the relationship through your example, you will be teaching your children the greatest tool for their life: gratitude. That is powerful. Or if you're suffering from a broken heart or grief due to a relationship that just ended, you can use gratitude's magical power to transform your pain. Gratitude magically transforms emotional pain into healing and happiness faster than anything else. And the story of my parents is a perfect example of it. Now the author is talking about his parents. My mother and father fell in love with each other virtually at first sight. From the moment they met, they were truly grateful to each other, and they had the most beautiful marriage I have ever seen. When my father died, my mother understandably suffered from enormous grief. After months of suffering, she began to use gratitude's magical power, and despite her immense grief and pain, she looked for the things that to be grateful for. She began with the past and she recalled all the wonderful times of happiness she had received from the decades with my father. Then she took the next big step and she looked for the things to be grateful for in the future. Praise God, for someone who's dead. She began with the past and she recalled all the wonderful times of happiness she had received through the decades with my father. Then she took a big step and she looked for the things to be grateful for in the future. One by one, she found them. She found and remembered things she had always wanted to do but didn't have time to do when my father was alive. And with this courageous step of gratitude, opportunities to fulfill her dreams magically poured in, and her life became rich with happiness again. The magical power of gratitude gave my mother a new life. We all deserve that new life. For today's magical practice, you're going to look for a hot coal that is burning your life and literally turn it into a coal through gratitude. Choose one difficult, problematic, or broken relationship that you've gone through. It doesn't matter whether the person is currently in your life or if it's a past relationship or the person is no longer in your life. Sit down and make a written list of 10 things you're grateful for about that person you've chosen. Think back through the history of the relationship and list the great things about the person or the great things you received from the relationship. The easiest way to do this is to think back in the way things were before the relationship deteriorated or ended. If the relationship was never good, then think about how any good qualities in a person becomes that in that person's life. This magical practice is not about who is right or wrong. No matter what you feel somehow has done or to you, no matter what someone said or didn't do, you can magically heal that relationship, and you don't need the other person in order to heal it. Right? There is a gold in every relationship, even the difficult ones. And to bring riches to all your relationships and your life, you have to find that gold. There is a gold in every relationship, even the broken ones. And in order to find or bring the riches to that relationship, you have to find that gold. Have any of you found yourself in a situation where you're not finding the gold? Do you want somebody else to find the gold for you? This is your opportunity. As you dig and discover the nugget of the gold, write it down. Address the person by the name and express yourself in gratitude. So they give us a couple of examples in this, and I'm just going to read into it slowly. If it applies to you, you put a name and you just say it to yourself, for anything that is happening in your life. In this particular case, we're talking about a relationship. If you connect to that, Please do this exercise. Me, I'm connected to this particular one, so this exercise really means a lot to me, and I'm going to do it because it is important. So you call the person's name, okay? In your heart, you call it aloud. It's you, it's your business. You know who the person is, and you go, I'm grateful for our time together. While our marriage did end, I learned a lot. I am so much wiser today, and I use what I learned from our marriage in many of my relationships today. That's one thing. Call the person's name aloud, and you see you're grateful for the relationship. Okay. Another example the author gave. I call the name, and I'll give you my own examples. I'm grateful for everything you did to try and make our marriage work, because for the number of years in the marriage, minus 26 years of marriage, means you did try. If it's 1 year of marriage, say 1 year of marriage. If it's 2 years of marriage, say 2 years of marriage. If it is 10, you say 10 years. If it is 20, you say 20. Because the 20 years of marriage, 30 years of marriage means you did try. I will say this, and I mean it. Mind you, it doesn't mean that what you're saying, you don't have to put your own self right here. Give all the credit to the other person. If you're a man, talk about the woman. If you're the woman, talk about the man. It doesn't matter what that person did that hurt you. It's not important at this point. Okay? So let's just do the exercise. The next thing, you put a person's name, which I just did. I'm grateful for our children. The joy I receive from them every day could not be without you. And that is the truth. If you're in a relationship that got broken, in a relationship that turned sour, and children came out of it, you cannot see those children and just talk about them without thinking about the person that you had the children with. So if you stay with ungratefulness in your heart, you're passing it on to your kids. They didn't look for that. So be grateful. Whenever you see the kids, be grateful. Because without that person being in your life, the children would have been there. Except, we talk for women, the children are really not the man's children. Then you're on your own in that particular case, because people really can talk about that today. We're talking about the gratefulness in the relationship that is broken. And you know deep in you that the children from that relationship. Okay? I hope we are on the same page. And the fourth thing, you call the person's name. I'm grateful to you for the hard work and the long hours you put in to support our family. While I was at home taking care of our children. Even if you were not home, there was a time you were home taking care of the children. Even if you were the woman, if I'm talking the same as for the woman, and you still had to work, there was a time that you were at home taking care of the children. So that is a time you're thinking about. So I'll say this again. I'm grateful to you for the hard work and the long hours you put in to support our family. While I was at home taking care of our children, it was a big responsibility to have all of us dependent on you. So, thank you. This will do things to you. You call the name. I'm grateful to you for all the precious moments I had with our children as they grew up. I got to see our children talk, walk for the first time, and I know you didn't have the opportunity. I'm grateful. You call the person's name. I'm grateful for your support when I went through a difficult time of grief or loss. Any moment of grief that you had during the relationship, any moment of loss that you had during the relationship, think of the support. No matter how small it was, be grateful. You're healing yourself. Be grateful. Call the person's name. I'm grateful for your support when I went through a difficult time of grief and loss. When I was sick, and you did your best to take care of me and the children. I'm grateful. If this is causing you pain, then you're not grateful. Because, of course, there's some situations where maybe when you were sick, that person was not around. But you know what? Just the fact that you're still in that relationship and you were sick, even if the person gave you just a glass of water, and that was still instead of 20 glasses, be grateful for that one glass of water. That is what this is all about. Be grateful. Be grateful. I'm grateful for the times we had together and we did together, because it could have been more. And I'm grateful for the number that we ended with. Know the person's name. I'm grateful that you want to continue to be a father to our children. Even if the person is not being the father, the fact that the children still know who their father is, be grateful. Because there are people who don't even have father. There are children who are looking for someone to be that father figure to them. So if your relationship is not working and the man is still there, you gotta speak the gratefulness. Be grateful and let the universe take it. And the last one is, I'm grateful for your support and the time you want to give to our children. I know they mean as much to you as they mean to me. I'm grateful. Wow. This was a difficult exercise, especially for me, because as the author speaks, I could feel myself. That's why I'm practicing it. I usually read my assignment almost the time before the lesson. But the topic for this lesson today, I'm like, I'm not reading anything. I'm just going to do it live here. And it worked. Okay. By the time you finish your gratitude list of 10 things, you should feel much better about the person and the relationship. The ultimate point you want to reach is where you don't have any bad feelings towards any person anymore, because it's your life that is harmed by those feelings. Every relationship is different, and if need be, you may choose to repeat this magical practice over and over if you want to, until you reach the point where you don't have any bad feelings toward that person anymore. I'll speak for myself. I got a broken relationship. And I'll tell you, when it comes to bad feelings, it was a decision I took that I will hold no bad feelings. Because the decision was mine. It was the right decision for me. It was the right time for me. I don't blame myself. I don't blame anybody. And let the universe take over. And it was really okay for me to do it that way, because I've actually read the magic before. The other things that actually got me to that point, my spiritual life really guided me. I was like, you know what, this is not me. I don't want to use my own physical self to make a decision. I had to let go and let it go. So it worked well for me. I have nothing, no hurt feelings, because I knew it was going to drain me, and I don't need that. All right, so this is just an aside for anyone who is still holding on to things, holding on to blames, holding on to complaints. It will take you nowhere. So if you're using gratitude's magical power to improve a current relationship, you will see the relationship begin to change miraculously in front of your own eyes. Where I come from, they say, kolo kolo, kolo kolo eyes. It will change. It only takes one person to magically change a relationship through gratitude, but it is a person who uses gratitude who receives the benefits in their whole life. You see where I'm coming from? Use it. Don't count on the other person to use the gratitude. No. It's about you. If you choose a past relationship where you're not in contact with a person anymore, you will feel the peace and happiness fill you. And at the same time, you will see other current relationships in your life magically improve. In the future, if a relationship becomes challenging, remember to use this magical practice immediately. You will stop the difficulties before they get any bigger, and instead, you will increase the magic in your relationship. Do you feel me? In the future, if it happens, you can do it better. So, we usually have some exercises that they ask us to do. The first one, really simple, is say choose one difficult, problematic, or broken relationship that you want to improve. Listen, this is actually depending on the individual. You can have a difficult relationship, a problematic relationship, a broken relationship that you want to improve. You can have a difficult relationship, problematic relationship, or broken relationship that you just want it to be that way. Because improving it will not change anything. So, however it is for you, this is an exercise for you to do it at your own discretion. If you want to improve it, please follow the instructions. Just what I just did, do it. The wordings. Say the same thing about relationship. You can add more things, as it concerns you, and do it. Right? Our next exercise, we have to choose, to speak to money in our life, what we want money to do for us. I tell you before, we always have to have money in our wallet. I have it in my wallet. You have to squeeze it. Squeeze it. So money knows you are the one who has used your money. I carry it. I have a $1 bill and $100 bill in my wallet all the time to let me know that money is to be used by me. It's a tool. It's a tool for me to use all the time. Money has to be available for me to use. Money is that tool that you can use to do the things that you need in your life, because that is the job of money. You have to make it a point. Let money not be something that punishes you. Money should not be something that you think about it and you're worried. No, 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 no. You should feel free with money. You should speak about the money in your life. You should tell money that whenever I need you, I can use you. So it's something that you have to practice every single day. And I'm telling you, magical things happen when you do that. The moment when you're in lack, you will always get something that you need. I don't know how that happens, but it happens because of the practice of the magic. What did I say? Did I say practice? My goodness, I'm telling you, this African woman, at times I don't know where we come from. The certain lingalese that we get, I have no idea. And the final one is your magic rock. Do you have it? Do you have one? If you're with us from the very first day, mine is called the Belief Rock. You see that? Belief Rock. I have this rock with me. Speak your life into this rock. Speak about your day. Tell the rock, how grateful you are for the day. The things that went well, say thank you. The things that didn't go well, say thank you. The things that are still to come, say thank you. Speak it into the rock. As you get up in the morning, you gotta be grateful. Okay, I'm grateful for seeing today. I'm grateful for being that vessel that is passing this message to some people. I'm grateful for the lady that called me and said doing the magic is the best thing that's happening to her in 2022, because she has had this book for 5 years and has never opened it. But every day as I read, she looks at the book and she's reading together with me, something that she'd never done. I'm grateful for that. If this is the only thing the magic can do, touch one person's life or change one person's life, I am grateful. I'm grateful for the greater things, bigger things, and more riches that's coming my way. I'm grateful because I know that it is coming. So that is it for day number 15. And you know your 60 rolls differently, right? Whenever we finish the day, we always get back to our belief moments, because hey, whether you like it or not, we know who we are and whose we are. So we'll always roll that way. We will always roll that way. They will talk just to bring you down. They'll spread all your bad news, but they will never spread your good news. Eh? Do you connect with that? Hey! All right. Time for you to join me. Let's dance. Let it do the talking. Hey! I will do the laughing. Hey! Anything they say about me, please believe it. Believe it. Believe it. Believe it. Believe it. Anything they say about me, please believe it. Happy Tuesday. Thank you so much for listening to me. Go out there and kick some ass. I see you